It was this time last year on BBC Radio Suffolk that I had a Saturday afternoon show. I was live on the beach in Lowestoft. It was our big Suffolk Day weekender. Pretty much all the shows coming out and about from somewhere in the county. And I was at the first ever First Light Festival. Before we find out what is happening this year, let's go back 52 weeks. Do you remember when we could meet up and do things? Remember that? Well, Vicky Owen was with me. She was helping me out. She was my producer. And this is what it was like for us.
There's lots of flags. So we're on the upper esplanade here in Lowestoft at the moment, looking over the South Beach. We'll get down there later on, but if I just paint you a quick picture. So to the left, we've got lots of stage area over there. There's a long table where people are going to have food later on. There's a giant effigy of a man. It was going to be called the Pakefield Woman. It had a sex change at the last moment, and it's the Pakefield Man. Don't know why, but maybe we'll find that out later on. What else can you see, Vicky?
Well, if I stand up on the side, I know I've got to be very careful. We've got the Moon Dance tent, and in there they're going to be having silent discos over the night and DJs playing. There's a beach bar. There's people swimming in the sea. There's teepees where you can do health and activities and arts and crafts and all sorts. I mean, it's just absolutely buzzing.
It is buzzing. There's lots of people. It's done its job. The whole idea of this is that it rejuvenates Lowestoft. It helps. It's that first kind of step to having something big here that stays.
So that is the beating of the drum of the First Light Festival here in Lowestoft starting off, and it is a parade down the prom at South Beach with a sort of an elephant sculpture which is being taken and driven by children and young people. It's a massive elephant sculpture, and following behind them is the Cantors Theatre School doing a dance, as you can hear.
Let's do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4.
And then followed very quickly on by a samba band.
In the summer sunshine, we're in Lowestoft. This is the First Light Festival, the first ever one. Very quickly, Vicky Owen, my co-helper this afternoon. What did you say earlier this reminds you of?
This reminds me of the beaches in California, if I'm honest. It's absolutely stunning with the sand, the bay, the esplanade, everything. It's beautiful.
It does look beautiful. I have Genevieve Christie and Wayne Hemingway, both organised this. So how are you feeling? You're an hour and 15 minutes in.
Well, it's always a relief because you never know, the first time you do something that's a completely new way of looking at events, a 24-hour event on a beach. And then you worry about, number one, have you got the content right? Well, I think we knew that we got that right. Genevieve's done an amazing job on that. You wonder if people are going to turn up. Well, we're going to beat all kind of expectations, and that's partly to do because you also worry about weather, and you can't get better than this. So, well, as we look around now, I think we're in the tens of thousands, and you always worry, if you're going to get a few hundred,